much for coming. I know Vivia is thrilled to see you and is so glad that you're here. My name is Heather Dowling, and I am Vivia's solo coach. I am her director for this show, and I will be the one hosting the event today. So I'm going to kind of run down how it's going to go. You're welcome to be on camera if you'd like to, so you can wave and say hi to Vivia. And for that matter, you're welcome to be, hi, baby. You're welcome to be on camera the entire time. Part of the recording is to help her get feedback on how people respond to the show and how it impacts them. And obviously, being able to see your sweet faces will make that a much easier prospect. So let's see. This series is all about giving people an opportunity to hear their work out loud. Readings are an essential part of our creative process, and the feedback is really valuable to us as a community and especially for Vivia. And for those of you who don't know me, I am one of the instructors for Soaring Solo Studios alongside Jessica Lynn Johnson. She's the founder and the CEO. And we are dedicated to developing, directing, and producing one-person plays. Now, as for me, I personally am an award-winning actress and writer. I brought to life 50 distinct characters in my two critically acclaimed one-person shows, Unemployed Finally and Fertile. Both of the shows won Encore Awards in the Hollywood Fringe Festival and were named for Best Solo Performance. The two shows were selected for the prestigious LA Women's Theater Festival, Best of Fest, Solo Fest, which is the largest solo theater festival on the West Coast. They were also selected to be part of United Solo in New York on 42nd Street. So I did a lot of it. And on the heels of that success, I got really excited about supporting other artists to create their own work. And that has gone very well, and it's continuing to go very well working with Vivia, I'm happy to say. For today's installment of Revealed, we're going to be featuring solo artist Vivia Armstrong, who will be reading her solo show script, Bellyful. For a synopsis, the belly holds more than food. A young Black girl from South Chicago journeys through trauma, abuse, and bullying, uncovering how seen and unseen forces shape her body while keeping score. Raw, funny, and deeply human, this is a journey into discovering something new. To learn more about the live Bellyful solo show that's happening at the Hollywood Fringe Festival this year, yay! I'm going to put a link for tickets actually in the chat, so that you can tag it and remember to get your tickets. And before we dive into the script, I want to take a closer look at Vivia. So Vivia gets joy from using her talents and gifts to bring stories to life. She's an award-winning artist who's performed in numerous stage, film, and TV productions. I have a feeling a lot of you have seen them. Vivia has been referred to as hilarious, vivacious, fearless, gorgeous, loving, and causes audiences to connect. A determined and faith-filled leader, she also writes and has created her own one-woman show, short film, and pilot. And she's been a director of a pilot series, a production manager, a second AD, and the casting director of 3 award-winning short films. Vivia also loves doing voiceover and can be heard on dozens of productions. You can connect with her and learn more at solo.to/Queen Vivia. I'm going to put that in the chat as well for those of you who maybe don't know her as well yet. So that's a little about her. And I would love to hear from you in the chat. Please take a minute just to say hello. Tell us where in the world you are tuning in from and where you are in your solo journey. If you happen to be a writer that's joining us or a creative, let us know where you're at. Because the mission of Revealed is to gather us together in a supportive creative community online and share this brand new work in progress. No tech, no blocking. We are going to show some clips of video that will be in the show, but it's more about the story arc and the plot points. So we're focusing really on the story content and the flow of the script more than performance or anything else. And we want you to be part of the Revealed. Okay, so later we're going to be doing a Q&A, and we're going to be getting some feedback from you as well. And if you want to join us, all you have to do, if you get excited about what you see and you want to plug into us more, go to soaringSoloStudios.com. So here's what I'm going to ask of you. If you're going to be doing anything to distract, if you're cooking or you're, petting your cat or you're cleaning up your desk, please turn your camera off because we don't want to distract Vivia while she's reading. But everybody else, we would love to see you so that we can see what your reactions are to the different moments in the show. I am going to have you stay muted throughout until we get to the Q&A, but do use the chat. We're actually going to keep a log of the chat. So if there's a moment that you love, be sure to make a note of it, your favorite parts. If you have questions that come up, like not questions to direct her, but questions like, did she say that that was in Tallahassee? Ask that question so that we can know if something didn't come across clearly. And feel free to take notes on any questions you have or any ideas you have throughout the reading. So when we get to the Q&A, we can talk about that. Okay? So now, Vivia, I am going to turn the virtual stage over to you. Is there anything that you would like to say before we get started?
Yes, thank you so much, Heather. I really appreciate you. Thank you, everyone, for showing up tonight. You could be anywhere in the world, but you took the time to log on with myself and Heather. And for that, I appreciate you so much. And you all have sold a contribution towards the cost of this production, and I really appreciate that as well. And so I'm super excited to get into this. And as Heather has already said, feel free to put your comments in the chat. And if you have to hop off, you can send it to me later as well. And thank you, Heather. Ever since I saw your production that you worked on last year, you've worked on so many, but I saw one last year and I recognized you from other places. And I was like, I want to work with her. And thank you for taking a chance on me and my newness to the one woman show world. And
It's
I'm
been my
excited.
pleasure.
Yes. Okay, do I just get started?
All right, my darling,
Okay.
here comes Bellyful.
Thank you. Girl, you look so good. What have you been doing? Wow. Look at you, Miss Skinny Minnie. Oh my gosh, you lost so much weight. You look great. Keep it up. Keep up the good work. Don't gain that weight back, Viv. Well, so much for that. It was bittersweet getting all those compliments then. Most people didn't even know what was really going on. I was in and out of the hospital for 10 months between 2021 and 2022. I could barely walk. I couldn't eat or drink water. I had multiple IV infusions and feeding tubes implanted to keep me from dying. Now, what happened? I'll let Dr. Alex tell you. It seems you have a type 2 achalasia, a rare chronic disorder where the esophagus doesn't propel food into the stomach, and the lower esophageal sphincter falls and fails to relax. It's caused by nerve degeneration and results in difficulty swallowing, chest pain, and regurgitation. Yeah, so we don't have a medical cure, but we can treat the symptoms as much as possible. At first, it seemed like a gift. I looked skinnier. I dropped over 160 pounds, and I could fit on the Tidal Rage roller coaster at SeaWorld. I got on the scale, and there it was, 199 pounds. I was finally in Wonderland, a long way from weighing 375 pounds in 2007. Yet I had no peace, no joy, and no nutrients. I felt like I was dying. Because I was, and I almost did. What, what the fuck happened, and how did I get back here over 300 pounds today? For years, I'd hear peppy, skinny humans yelling with motivation in a name like Molly. It's easy to lose weight. You just have to focus your mind on it and eat less, move more, get in a calorie deficit, walk 10,000 steps a day, drink 2 gallons of water a day, and you can even get help from surgery or several weight loss drug options. One injection and poof. Gee, thanks, Molly Motivation. People love to say that shit. And it couldn't be more wrong. It's not always just about the food or drugs or surgery. Dr. Bessel van der Kolk wrote a book called The Body Keeps the Score. And after what I had been through, I realized I needed to go on a journey to find out what scores my body had been keeping and what was really filling my belly and what were the mental and spiritual impacts on my body. I think that every ounce on my body over the years was contributed by a word said or an action done, not only by me, but by others. Did you know that when a girl is born, her ovaries already have all the eggs she will ever have in her lifetime? And anything she experiences in her life somehow impacts those eggs. This continues on for every generation. It's called epigenetics. Let's ask Marie. Marie is my AI assistant. She's extremely knowledgeable, sourcing from the original wisdom of the Holy Spirit technology, not the data centers that cause environmental or urban community damage. Marie, what is epigenetics? Epigenetics, the study of changes in gene activity that do not involve alterations to the genetic code, but still get passed down to at least one successive generation. The chemical group sticks to DNA and acts as switches to turn genes on and off. So, my mother was born with me as a little egg inside of her already. And a lot of what she was experiencing and feeling since her birth was impacted onto me as a little unfertilized egg. Now, some might say it ain't that deep, but it's both real and true. Whether we see it or not, there is some type of impact. The same was true for her and her mother and her mother's mother, and so on, to the point that many Black and brown people believe that most of the diseases and medical issues that they are experiencing are derivatives from the ancestors and their trauma that they experienced from the beginning and throughout slavery. Now, I'm not going to go into the slavery impact on my life. It's only an hour show, okay? Let's go back to when I fully entered the world. July 31st, 1983, a record high 100-degree summer day in South Chicago, Illinois. The Armstrong family of 5, consisting of my father, my mom, and my 3 older siblings who were 17, 16, and 9 years older than me, were all anxiously anticipating the birth of the new baby. But 9 months earlier, their feelings were a little different. Apparently, my sisters Dee Dee and Raina, and my brother Jay, and my dad had less than happy responses to the news. Hey everyone, guess what? I'm pregnant. Ew, Mom, no. Are you serious, Mom? Is it mine? My dad, Trevor, a middle school teacher who was beloved by his students and a bit different with his family, was getting his master's degree at the time, and he was really enjoying Spanish class. As a result, one of the best gifts my daddy gave me was my name. Family, meet Vivia Eterna Armstrong. Vivia is Spanish, means living, and Eterna, she lives forever. You like that, Ma? Ooh, that's a nice name, Dad. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Mira, bonita, Vivia Eterna. Your daddy gave you such a beautiful name. Those were the main words that my mom knew from Spanish. She learned them from her thrift store friends. As a stay-at-home mom with us 4 kids, she spent lots of time thrifting while we were in school. She really wanted to be a teacher, but she gave that up at Daddy's request when they got married. By the time I was born, both my sisters were heading to college soon, and my brother was in middle school with tons of friends. So my first 10 years, I spent quite a bit of time on my own. I had to entertain myself. Um, I'm gonna play grocery store. I'm the customer. I'm go shopping for the magazines, all the Jet and Ebony. Black people get that. Now I'm the cashier. Ma'am, you owe $3.75. I'm gonna play Nintendo, Mario Brothers, or Duck Hunt. Duck Hunt. Pow! Oh, Care Bears are on TV. Care Bears stare. When Daddy came home, things were a little rough. Shh. Why isn't the dinner ready? I've been working all day and you've been here in the house. A wife is supposed to have the dinner ready. Okay, I'm almost finished. I'm sorry. It's not ready yet. You're damn right you sorry. You always messing up. You better start acting right. You hear me? And I see you over there, little Vivia. You better not say a word. What happens in this house stays in this house. Sometimes it got so bad that Mommy packed me up and we had to leave the house while my siblings stayed at home. We went to my Aunt Doris's house. I loved going to my Aunt Doris's house. It was warm, cozy, and peaceful. I lost both my grandmas when I was very little, so Aunt Doris was like my grandma. A medium-built, petite caramel-skinned body with a mixture of love and power. She was like a warm hug on a cold, bitter day. Sweet pea, let me tell you, I left Mississippi when your mama was a baby crawling on the ground. I told her, I'm coming back to get you. I left Rouville, Mississippi, and just started walking towards Chicago. I stayed with strangers, nice folks that just let me stay a while. Worked some odd and end jobs till I could send for the family to come up north. I love that story. And Aunt Doris always had Welch's white grape juice, cheese slices, and bananas in her fridge. One day, my cousin Chris wrapped a banana with the cheese, and that became my first favorite snack. Cheese and bananas with white grape juice. Why in the world I thought that was delicious, I do not know. But my little heart was in pure content. Aunt Doris had a presence of strength and faith. She was always so nice to me, and she introduced me to God and the Bible. Sweetie Pea, you gotta live righteous and clean and love the Lord with all your heart. And you stay in his word and trust him at all times. Here, I want you to memorize this. Psalm 23. Yes, ma'am. The Lord is my shepherd. I lack nothing. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still, quiet waters. He refreshes my soul. He guides me along the right paths for his name's sake. Even though I walk through the darkest valley, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. Surely your goodness and love will follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. I was going to need to remember that a lot, because every time Daddy called, Mommy and I went right back home to a cycle of pain and abuse. I learned early on that food was a comfort place. Did you know that sugar is nearly as addictive as crack cocaine? And no one in their right mind would give a child crack cocaine to a baby, but they pass sugar out freely, and I've been hooked on that shit ever since. Mommy, can we go to Dairy Queen? I want a blizzard with lots of Oreos and caramel, please. Hey, Ma, you need to stop and help that baby lose some weight. Just give her half a sandwich and a glass of milk. That's all she needs. Lose weight? Well, what does that mean? What's wrong with me? And even though he was the one yelling at Mommy to help me lose weight, he was the one who was constantly bringing in delicious food, like ribs, hot links, and fries smothered in sauce. He'd take us to Burger King and McDonald's and Tasty Freeze. Tasty Freeze is like the bootleg Dairy Queen, but it's still good. Even the cafeteria food from his school was delicious. Chocolate milk, tater tots, and pizza. It was so very hypocritical of him, and it wasn't like he was a skinny guy himself. Shouldn't he have set an example for me? It wasn't just eating food that I did to cope. I also bit my nails and picked at my skin. especially in the summertime. Ooh, those mosquitoes were vicious. And I would just pick my legs and pick my legs, and my sister Dee Dee would say, Viv, stop picking at your legs like that. You're gonna have ugly legs. But Dee Dee, it itches. I later found out there's an actual medical condition for this, dermatillomania. Can you take this for me, Marie? Dermatillomania includes compulsive scratching, squeezing, and picking of skin, often to relieve anxiety or stress. It leads to skin lesions, infections, scars, and significant distress or functional impairment in daily life. It may not have been as dangerous as people cutting themselves, but it was my version of self-mutilation. Kids at school would notice how messed up my skin was, but my weight was the thing that they liked to tease me about the most. Even a game of Foursquare at recess could be torture. Big Belly Viv. Whoa, Earthquake. Free Willy. Oh, what was that? It's Vivia. She's screaming because she's so fat. Jim was the worst. I wasn't as fast as the other kids. I wasn't agile, definitely not balanced or flexible. And then one day, I got put on the dodgeball team with the same big bully, Brandon. Hey, all out of my way, Will. Yeah, I slapped his raggedy ass. And yeah, I got in trouble with the teacher, but when I got home, my dad really didn't say anything to me. I wish he had used it as an opportunity to speak some life into me, to tell me that it didn't matter what those kids were saying, that I was beautiful. I was enough. I was worthy. It seemed like fathers didn't speak like that back then. I wanted him to spend some time with me, but he was always so stressed, mad, and upset. I don't even remember my father smiling. I just remember relentless criticism and rejection. Stop mixing up those peas and potatoes. I don't want you going over somebody's house and they thinking you ain't got no home training. I don't care what that school nurse said. You don't need no glasses. You can see. Why is there a C on this report card? You don't get C's. Listen, I know that people say parents do the best that they can. And I get that. Especially a black man in the 80s trying to make it in this world with a wife and 4 kids. Oh, it was hard on him. And maybe he thought all that mattered was providing for the family, but the way that he went about being a father and what he demonstrated as a husband, it wasn't good for me. They say forgiveness is for you and not the other person, but when I think about those first 10 years, they seem to have caused so much hurt. It's been really hard for me to forgive. And sometimes I wonder if he ever really forgave his mother, my Grandma Rosia, for leaving his dad. Grandma Rosia died when I was 8, and that left Daddy in an even darker place. And I don't really know what the impact of not having his own father in his life really had on him. Now, as he aged, diabetes, high blood pressure, and other illnesses left Daddy with baskets and bags full of medications. He had heart surgeries, a double bypass and triple bypass surgery, and then a horrible infection in his leg. He was homebound and not able to work. Daddy died November 1993 when I was 10 years old. The day of the funeral, I had a letter that I put in a big casket. Rest in peace, Daddy. I'm gonna miss you, and I promise I'm gonna lose weight. All those years of him saying that I needed to lose weight left me feeling like something was wrong with me. And it would never be enough or worthy until I did lose weight. So yeah, I promised him in that letter I'd lose weight. But I think subconsciously I didn't, just as a big fuck you to him. That's not nice, Vivia. Daddy just, Daddy was stressed. I don't think he meant to be mean to mommy or mean to us. I think he wanted us to lose weight because he didn't want us to be sick like him. And if Daddy was still alive, we would be really good friends. And he'd be nice to us and mommy too, I think. Listen, Vivia, sweet little Vivia, that's bullshit. There's no excuse for what he did. He should have treated all of us better. He should have spent time with us and let us know he cared about us. He should have told you, you are beautiful. You are worthy just as you are. I heard Marlon Wayans say, your parents are your first love and your first heartbreak. We had way more heartbreak from our dad he didn't love. And now I'm eating this bullshit, looking for connection and worth in a gallon of caramel ice cream and vanilla cupcakes and cheese fries. After Daddy died, Mommy sold the house. Then she and I moved into a small condo. She really wasn't equipped for how to handle things on her own. And she really had to fight to figure out how to make it. She took on a cleaning job on the weekends and did home daycare during the week. Mommy also started to get her groove back, just like Stella. Kinda. First there was Henry who slapped me, then Donnie who stalked her and chased her down at my school with a knife, and Bill whose last 3 wives died mysteriously. I didn't feel safe or protected. And there damn sure was no father figure in that bunch. Mommy also stopped cooking at home. After the hell she endured with Daddy, I guess she was tired. So we ate out a lot and had some boxed foods too. Harold's Chicken, Ariston Gyros, and Aurelio's Pizza. Also Hamburger Helper. Processed food was pretty much an everyday thing. Comfort food from a box or a drive-thru. Things at school, though, weren't better either. Jeannie, the most popular girl in school with a Coca-Cola bottle shape at the age of 11, poked at my chest and proclaimed to the whole class, "Girl, you need a bra." When I got home, I asked my mom, "Mommy, what's a bra?" Jeannie poked me and said I need one. "Oh, well, that's for your chest, sweetie. Well, I guess it might be time for one." We headed to the Unique Thrift Store, one of her favorite resale shops, walked to the women's section, and against the wall hung various beige, white, and black so-called bras. Some with tags, some gently worn, and some dingy with threads hanging out. One by one, Mommy pulled out one and would wrap it around me to see if it fit. But this one ought to work. Mommy, it's too big. Oh, sweetie, you'll grow into it. You got titties like your Grandma Rosie. These are so cute. I wish I had them. I started working when I was 11 years old. I wanted to buy a bra that actually fit. A Lisa Frank Dolphin for my binder at school and a Cinnabon from time to time. My first job was working as a babysitter for my 6th grade teacher, Mrs. Scannell. And between the ages of 11 to 17, I worked about 7 jobs. I was a Neon Nuts clown at kids' parties, a counselor at Camp Bananas, and a cashier at Arby's, where I got to customize my beef and cheddar sandwiches. Hot tip, get the cheese sticks. One job that I vividly remember was being a shampoo girl at Yahia Beauty Salon. Yahia is Arabic for living long life. And I love being a shampoo girl. The ladies were stylish and sophisticated and tipped very well. As much as I admired the ladies, I also couldn't help but compare myself to many of their slender and slightly curvaceous bodies. This was the real life exposure to what I was already seeing in the media. I'll let Marie tell you about it. The majority of media is designed for some sort of fear mongering. It's designed to make you think something is wrong with you so that they can sell you the solution. According to surveys, 88% of women say they compare their appearance or images to the images in media or social media. Over 50% say those comparisons make them feel worse about their bodies. Now, for me, it started at an early age with your girl Barbie. I mean, Sis's waist is like non existent. You couldn't even see it. But people loved her. She was everywhere, and so were images like her. There was no plus size Barbie. And even if there was, they would probably make her a size 6. Did you know that the modeling industry considers a size 6 to be plus size? A size 6. Only the Naomi Campbell, Cindy Crawfords, and Tyra Bankses of the world were winning. And then there were music videos. Women sizes 4 and 2 dancing in their bikinis on cars and stairs and big lights. There was no woman that looked like me. Hardly anywhere in the media, except for a few. Oprah, Queen Latifah, Monique, and Countess Vaughn. Not seeing many women that looked like me expanded that unworthy, not enough feeling that was already planted in me. I will say there was one real woman, an artist that I love so much. It was Janet Jackson. I wanted to be just like Janet Jackson in a Pleasure Principle video because she had just enough hips that I could see myself being that small. She was showing just enough stomach to where I didn't think it was too much, and she was dancing and moving with such ease. She inspired me to join the dance team in the 8th grade. Go Vivia! Go Vivia! Go Vivia! Go Vivia! It was one of the very rare, pleasant moments I had in school. So I thought it would be a good idea for me to audition or go out for our cheerleading team my freshman year of high school. Now, on my way there, my sister Dee Dee said, "Big girls aren't cheerleaders, Viv." But I went anyway. When I got there, those little girls were flipping and running all around the gym. And I felt like I did in gym class all over again. I said to myself, I guess Dee Dee was right. I don't belong here, and I'm not an athlete. The first day of high school, Lauren Gina, a tall, light-skinned black girl with big doe eyes, came up to me. "Hey, you Vivia, right? Didn't I see you on the first day of cheerleading tryouts? Why didn't you come back the next day? Everybody made the team." I just didn't think I could do it, Lauren. Girl, you could do whatever you want. You just gotta try. I'm in like 4 sports: cheerleading, basketball, volleyball, and bowling. It's fun. Oh, you real athletic, huh? I mean, I'm all right. I think you could be too. Hey, did you watch Martin last night? Of course I did. Martin! Damn, Gina! From that moment on, we became best friends, hanging out all the time and always laughing. Even when mommy worked on weekends, I was hanging out with Lauren's family. It was like a safe space for me to be. While Lauren was playing all the sports, all the guys were checking for her too. That wasn't the case for me at all. But I did have one guy friend that I met online, Jordan, a tall, lanky, cockeyed dude with a deep voice. We were friends for like 3 years and talked all the time. I thought maybe one day we would be more than friends. Until he said, Vivia, you'd be the perfect girlfriend if you were smaller." That stung so bad. I didn't understand how he could know me all that time and still think I had to be smaller to be worthy. It hit similar to my dad's cruel words. I did find a safe space in the high school drama club. I loved being on stage and acting and music too. I studied record production during the summer at Columbia College in Chicago. Deep down, I wanted to be like the female Quincy Jones. When it came time for me to go to college, I chose to go to Howard University in Washington, D.C. I really wanted to major in theater or communications, but my bossy big sister Raina said, "You're not going to make any money from that, Viv. Why don't you do engineering or business?" So, in 2001, I went for a bachelor in business administration with a focus in marketing. During my college years, I wasn't much of a party girl, and I didn't go out on any real dates because I still had what Jordan said in my head. "No, Vivia, you'd be the perfect girlfriend if you were smaller." I did get very active on campus to try to keep my entertainment dreams alive. I did a few live shows, radio sessions, and I worked at Curves Gym for Women. I was a Universal Music marketing intern, and then an intern in the legal department at BET, and then vice president of the Entertainment Media, Sports, and Law Club. I thought maybe I can parlay this into being an entertainment attorney. But when the time came for me to take the LSAT, that idea went out the window because I couldn't stand the idea of doing another standardized test. I graduated from Howard in 2005, and Lauren came to my graduation. I was so focused on school activities, I never saw the sights in DC. So on my last day, Lauren and I went walking on the National Mall with all the state statues. Ooh, look, California. I'm gonna live there one day, Lauren. You gonna go all the way to California? Yeah, girl. When I was an intern at BET and working on the award show, I knew that was where I needed to be. Go ahead, girl. Get your Cali on. After college, none of my internships turned into jobs, and I went on the hunt for work because I knew those student loans were coming for me. But first, I took a graduation celebration trip to the Bahamas with some other Howard girls. I love being in water, so I was geeked to go jet skiing behind the world famous Atlantis Paradise Island, Bahamas. But I had to get some help from the tall chocolate Bahamian gentleman renting the jet skis. We'll just call him B-Man. I couldn't get the jet ski off from the beach, but B-Man reassured me that he would get me out onto the water. He saddled behind me on the jet ski, and we pulled off with him reaching around and driving the handles. It was exhilarating. The waves, the wind, the hot chocolate man behind me. For a girl who loved the water and roller coasters, it was like a dream come true. "Okay, now you drive, Vivia." Woo! Watch out for the waves. Huh? Watch out for the waves. What? Watch out for the wave. We hit a wave hard, and the jet ski flipped on top of me, and I was in the ocean. I found my way to the surface. B-Man flipped the jet ski over and hopped back on, no problem. He tried to help me up. I couldn't get up on the jet ski. Here I was with a rank stranger in the middle of the Bahamian Sea with not a boat in sight, and the white sandy beaches were further than I could even see. "Hold on to the side." "Okay, no, it's not working. The weight is making us go in circles. Go to the back." I held on to the back of the jet ski while he drove, and the water kept jetting in my face, practically drowning me. I needed him to stop every few minutes for me to catch my breath. It took like a dozen times, stop and go until we made it to shore. The beach was empty, no one in sight. B-Man flipped the jet to drain it, and I caught my breath on the beach. Anything could have happened to me in that water. The worst part was I couldn't lift myself up even with help. And in worrying about my life, I couldn't see the beauty all around me. How many times in my life had I been so worried and scared that I couldn't see any beauty in my life? I still have a goal to be able to lift myself up. Then when I got back to Chicago, I got some news about my health. Yeah, so you have a high blood pressure. So easy on the salt and take these meds. High blood pressure. High blood pressure. He said it and just threw the prescription at me. And he never even explained what the fuck is blood pressure. Ah, Marie here again. High blood pressure, also known as hypertension, is a chronic condition where the force of blood against artery walls is consistently too high, typically 130/80 millimeters or higher. Known as a silent killer, it often shows no symptoms while damaging vessels, increasing the risk of heart attacks, stroke, and kidney disease. Thanks, Marie. So, this was just the first diagnosis, after morbid obesity, of course. And from then on, it seemed like everything that I ever went to the doctor for was always put back on my weight. Doctor, my ear has been really bothering me. I don't know if it's infected or not. Oh, if you lose weight, I bet your ear will feel so much better. Really, bitch? To this day, I don't think any medical professional takes me seriously or listens to me at all because they have it in their mind already. Oh, if she just loses weight, everything will be so much better for her. Meanwhile, the body positivity movement was popping, and I discovered my own fat phobia. Hey, besties! It's your girl, Shayla! I'm your favorite influencer. It's time for us to let these big bodies shine. Hunty, I am loud and a proud big girl. It doesn't matter what size I am, 400 pounds is still sexy. Huh? Is she serious? Is she in pain? How is she even walking 2 blocks? She can't be healthy for real. And who would want to be with a big girl? I couldn't relate to the body positivity movement. I wasn't comfortable in my body, and I damn sure wasn't proud. I had taken all the judgments on me and put them on other big bodies I'd see. The fat phobic cycle that the world had designed was winning. And most of those girls ended up dead on some weight loss drug or surgery. I needed to get serious about my health, and I still needed to find a job because I was living with my mama. Now, my first diet was with Weight Watchers, and I hated those meetings with the obnoxious leader, Wendy, too peppy for my taste. Okay, everyone, how did we do on our points this week? It's such a simple system, yeah? You just have to stay within your points. You can even have so many fruits and vegetables for 0 points. You can even have an Egg McMuffin for 8 points. Leslie, do you have something you want to share today? I don't know, Wendy. It's just like, I don't understand. I get on the scale and there it is. It says 175 pounds. I mean, how? Most of the ladies in there were under 200 pounds. Now listen, I get that everybody has different views of their body shame, body image, and all of that. But to me, you ain't fat unless you over 220 pounds. Anything under that, I can't really rock around you being fat. It's just a little chubbiness. Besides, deep down inside, I would have loved to have been their size. And when I wasn't hyper focusing on my weight, I was trying to find a job that suited me. Hi, welcome to Stephanie's Staffing. I'm Stephanie. What kind of work are you looking for? Well, my degree is in business marketing, and I worked in the marketing and legal departments at BET, MetLife Insurance, and Altos Federal. So I have a very variety skill set, so I'm open to what fits best. Okay, that's nice. Well, most of our positions require a master's degree, so you're not really qualified. So, I went to get my MBA in international marketing at Governor State University in South Chicago. And I also started the Jenny Craig weight loss plan. Although they had their own food with delicious shakes and chips and cheese curls, I got tired of eating the same foods over and over. So I went to LA Weight Loss. I knew they had to be legit and fancy because they had LA in the name. Welcome to LA Weight Loss, Vivia, where we get you into your star-studded body. I'm Kelly. Oh my gosh, it's no way you should be this big. Look at these tiny bone structure in your wrist. When you really love yourself, Vivia, you'll lose weight. Love myself. Well, don't I already love myself? I mean, I'm here. But $5,000 for a program is a bit much. Oh, you can't limit what good health costs. Besides, Vivia, we have a medical loan you can apply for. I took out the loan and barely lost 5 pounds. That's $1,000 a pound, y'all. The loan went into bankruptcy a few years later, and I was left wondering, why didn't I love myself enough to make it work? During this time, living with my mom was challenging, and I wanted my own place. So I went harder on the job hunt. After getting my MBA, I already added to more student loans, but I kept searching for the right job. Congratulations! That's so great that you have a master's degree. The thing is, a lot of the companies you've been meeting with, they have told us that you're overqualified for the roles. What the fuck? Wasn't I just underqualified? Now I'm overqualified? Even the CIA, after 4 vigorous interviews and a lengthy background check and a lie detector test, didn't give me a job. Something was something was off. Marie here. It's that big body of yours, Vivia. 1 in 5 hiring managers admit that they are less likely to hire an overweight person. There's a 7% lower callback rate compared to normal weight applicants. Then, even if you did get the job, obese people earn 24% less than their average sized coworkers. Okay, Marie, I got it. I dropped the unprosperous job search and I went on a 6-month tour in 2008 with the international cast of Up With People. As a part of a cast of 110 people from 17 different countries, we toured multiple cities and countries, spreading love through community service and live musical performances. In every tour stop, we stayed with a host family, strangers who opened their doors to us for a limited time. I saw so many different family and cultural differences, and it was really eye-opening, from my host family in Oklahoma that took me up in their private plane to my host family in Mexico City who lived on the top floor of a high-rise that was bug infested and had no elevator. They couldn't even afford cereal. To my host family in Khon Kaen, Thailand, at the Mon Sang Dao School for Girls. This was for girls who had been rescued from the sex trafficking trade. One of the girls I met, Lena, a petite, shiny-haired, shy soul. She had one ginormous lock in the back of her head. Sawadika, Vivia, I like your hair. I have one. See? Do you like to dance? Hey, Lena, of course I love to dance. It was so beautiful to see the softness and play through her and all the girls, especially after everything they had been through. It was clear to me during that tour in 2008 how important it is for people to see various backgrounds, hues, and body shapes. Also, how impactful performing can be in bringing people together. And I knew I loved telling people stories. And from then on, I chose to go back and pursue acting. I headed back to Chicago to live with my mommy again. I took acting classes and had some failed indie theater performances. And my knee got tired of all my dancing and moving. After a fall, I had an ACL repair, and other parts of my body started screaming too. I was diagnosed with gallstones and multiple cyst disease. The cold weather of Chicago wasn't helping me heal much at all. And when my knee got better, I moved to Atlanta in 2010 with a friend from Howard who had a spare room. In ATL, I got my first exposure to working on camera. I did several student indie films, plus lots and lots and lots of background acting. Shout out to Tyler Perry, though, for always having some good food on set, especially those sweet potato grits. I still tried to find a regular job, though, but I ended up contracting from gig to gig as a marketing manager. I kept my weight loss dreams alive through consistently auditioning for The Biggest Loser. And in 2011, I was cast on HBO's The Weight of the Nation. My name is Vivia. I am 27 years old. I've been told, numerous times, there's guys that like big girls. I don't want a guy that likes a big girl. I just want a guy that likes me. I don't want a chubby chaser. Food can be my boyfriend at the moment. Food can be a vacation to the beach when I can't afford to go. If I were not obese, I would have no hesitation in doing the things I want to do, going to places I want to go, trying for things that I want to accomplish. I would be able to roller skate. I would probably pursue dating. I thought my life was going to change after that. And it did, a little. I had a food delivery service cater to me for a couple of months. And a trainer to the stars, Cliff Hollywood Boyce, offered to work with me. Did you see Usher's new video, baby? I helped train that body. You talking about yeah? Yeah. Yeah! We worked together for about 6 months, and I got under 300 pounds for the first time in years. And after the meal plan stopped and I stopped working with Cliff, surprise, surprise, I gained the weight back. One day, while shopping at Seven Nanda, one of my favorite health food stores in ATL, I heard God say, "So Vivia, when are you moving to LA?" I don't know, God. I wouldn't even know where to start. Why don't you call your Up With People castmate Kelsey? She lives in Los Angeles. Yeah. Kelsey let me stay with her family for 1 month. I gave away all I could, packed up my car, and drove from ATL to LA in 2016. When I first got here, Survivor was the name of the game. I went from Kelsey's house to sharing an apartment with some nasty roommates to finally my own place. I was still only doing student and indie projects until my voiceover work picked up and I joined SAG-AFTRA. That's the Actors Union. And I was still trying to get the weight off. I tried Atkins low carb, regular vegan, alkaline vegan, a retreat to Dr. Sebi's village in Honduras, detoxes, herbal cleanses, and the Women, Food, and God retreat, where we ate in silence and put our fork down between every bite until we could feel the morsel of food go down into our stomachs. That shit didn't work either. Then back to where this whole show started. In early 2020, I started having trouble swallowing. I went to multiple doctors and no one could tell me what was wrong. One doctor thought it was acid reflux, another thought it was gastroparesis, test after test after test, and then in June 2020, hardly any food or water would go down. And this lasted for about 10 months. I dropped over 160 pounds thanks to malnutrition and dehydration. I was in and out of the hospital on IVs and feeding tubes. Marie can better take it from here. The muscles in her esophagus didn't work, and the flap to her stomach was stuck because of it. Many things that she would try to get down got piled up in her esophagus, and it would stay there until she was forced to vomit. She tried esophageal dilation, where they would put a balloon down in her throat to try and open up the flap in her stomach. That didn't work long, and she could eat for a few weeks, and then things would shut down again. So here I was, dropping all this weight, which any other time would be a dream, but it felt like a prison. I was trying everything I could to get better, including going to a psychic and a Reiki practitioner, Jeffrey, who I sat on the phone with for 2 hours while he did his Reiki thing.
You're experiencing this because of the pain your ancestors experienced. Possibly epigenetics.
Well, what am I supposed to do, Jeffrey?
I can't tell you. You have to discover it for yourself. See where life guides you after today's session.
Nothing changed. So I went to who I knew had a direct line to the Lord above and could pray for me, my Aunt Doris.
Sugar pie, God said
we would have strife and this pain in this whole world. Ephesians 6:12, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, and against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. That old devil is busy at work, always watching your every move. But God said in 2 Corinthians 12:9, my grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in your weakness. There is power in the name of Jesus. And he said in Matthew 17:21, this kind does not go out except by prayer and fasting. You stay in your word, baby. Pray and trust God for healing. He already forcing you to fast. On April 7, 2020, I had a poem. Peroral esophageal myotomy, one of the less invasive ways to reopen the sphincter to my stomach. And slowly but surely, I could eat again. And slowly but surely, the weight came back too. And I was close to 300 pounds by 2023. I couldn't understand how I messed up this bittersweet blessing of my accidental weight loss. Spiritual speaker and author Louise Hay says the esophagus is a space of being able to tell the truth. I realized I had been holding in so much through the years, and in not telling my truth. And on top of that, I was also an empath. Empath. One who experiences the emotions, thoughts, and feelings of others, almost as if they are their own. Also known as an intuitive, clairsentient, or highly sensitive person. Now, some of you may say, well, what does that have to do with food? I took it all out on the food that I would enjoy and eat as a result of the emotions that I was feeling from other people's pain that I created as my own. In September 2023, my best friend of 26 years, Lauren Gina, had been in her 8th year of battling metastatic breast cancer. She was in the hospital when I last spoke to her. Best friend, how you feeling? I'm taking it moment by moment, Viv. You gonna beat this girl, and it'll be a miracle. Plus, remember, you gotta stay strong in the game, girl. Thanks, best friend. The nurse is coming in. I gotta go to chemo. Love you. A few days later, she died. I was very ignorant to the type of cancer she had, and I thought she would beat it. Lauren was closer to me than anyone, and we could talk about anything and be completely authentic. And her daughter was 13 years old, and her son was 10, the same age I was when my daddy died. The pain of losing her was more than I could have ever imagined. The reality of death hit me hard. Grief was an extremely undesirable roller coaster that I couldn't avoid. It dipped and hit at unexpected moments, and I realized, oh shit, we all really are going to die. I also realized, although I don't know when I'm going to die, I knew I wanted to maximize the time that I had and take back my life. I was not going to continue to live my life playing out the story that I inherited, whether it was from epigenetics or the words that people spoke over me. And then my Aunt Doris's words, they rang back in my head.
I want you to seek him with their whole heart, soul, mind, body, spirit, and strength. Read his word, believe what it says, because victory is in the word. Yes, Lord. Live clean, live holy, yes, live righteous, and say, yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Because this is not your home. We just traveling through here on our way home. Yes, this is not your home. We just passing through. We're on our way to glory. Yes, Lord. And he set a roadmap for us to go by. And he took all our problems to the cross. I love you, baby. I love.
I did just that. I deepened my relationship with God by spending more time praying, fasting in a healthy and spiritual way, and listening to what God had to say about my true identity. I discovered I am worthy. I am enough. And I am beautifully and wonderfully made. I started paying attention to the predictable patterns that were contributing to my weakness. I started to reclaim my joy, my peace, and my power to live my life to the fullest. I started doing more movement, not to lose weight, but to lose the thoughts that held weight. I found my way back into the water, swimming and taking water aerobics at the West Aquatic Center with a lot of wonderful senior ladies. I even spent my birthday there last year. And Susan, a petite, sweet 73-year-old, wrinkly white lady, always has great tips.
Happy birthday, honey. Cheers to more life. You're still so young. If I were your age, I'd start getting acupuncture, chiropractic, and massages regularly. That's a pro tip for you, sweetie.
I took heed to her advice and I added it to all my body care routine. I pay close attention to my body when it calls for needs and wants. I started reparenting myself. Little Vivia, am I being a good parent to you?
Yes. You listen to me and you spend time with me and we learn lots of fun lessons. Like how my body is strong and powerful, especially when I give it the tools it needs and I care for it. It's my vehicle to move all around the earth. And I love to play in the water. It's like I'm the Little Mermaid. And we get to be an actor in lots of cool TV shows and movies.
So, I just keep giving both little Vivia and adult Vivia the love and protection that we need. I've researched my DNA, my blood type, and gave it to Marie to create a plan that works best for me. We are committed to discovering and enjoying the foods that best work for her body. I've also recommended additional therapy, such as EMDR and EFT, emotional freedom technique, often referred to as tapping. And you all being here today are witnesses of her drama therapy. As you remember, Louise Hay refers to the esophagus illness as a sign of not speaking one's truth. Vivia is now speaking her truth loud and clear. And from what I can detect, it is making a difference. Thanks, Marie. She ain't lying. After I saw my amazing friend Angel Geis do her solo show through my eyes here in LA, I was inspired to start writing and speaking my truth finally, letting go of the fear of what others may think or being dismissed by anyone. My truth does matter. And in speaking my truth, I honor myself, my best friend Lauren, and my marvelous Aunt Doris. I believe that was why God led me to create this solo show. And now my belly is full of love, joy, gratitude, and acceptance. I hope that what I've shared today has blessed someone to look into what would genuinely keep their belly full too.
Hey, Vivia, beautiful. Such a beautiful job. I am so proud of you. If you guys want to unmute for a second and clap and cheer.
Olivia,
Yay!
phenomenal. Oh my goodness. So good.
So
Oh, well
beautiful.
done. So proud of
Lovely.
you. Oh,
Awesome. So
fantastic.
good.
Amazing,
Yes.
Vivian.
Okay, now I have to mute you all. I have to
Oh,
mute you
Did
all.
love
that.
it.
Okay, sorry, I had to. Okay, so now we're going to get back into the feedback and the Q&A section, okay? So don't worry, all that love, you're going to be able to give her a ton of it, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to start with the positive feedback, all right? So anything you want to say about your favorite thing, and then we're going to move on to a second round of constructive feedback. So don't try to give all your feedback here in the first round because you probably have made multiple notes of different things you want to say. So try to just share one thing in the first round so as many people as possible can give her some feedback. Okay, and then we'll go back around again when we get to the next part. All right, so I see hands going up already. Look at that. Okay, hold on one second. I'm gonna get some I'm going to get some things pinned here because I want to make sure that I can see everybody. Okay. Monique, go right ahead, my dear.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much. There are so many things, but I'll keep it to one to leave something for everybody else. The voices, Vivia, the voices of the different characters are so well developed. I had no idea that you had that level of talent. From the doctors to the people at Weight Watchers, who I was like, ooh, I hate those ladies already. But I mean, your voices of all the characters, your aunt, everybody, so well done. And it really helped me to be not only with you, but to be with them as well in those moments. So thank you.
Thank you, Monique.
Thank you, Monique. Thank you. Wonderful. Okay. And then we have Matthew.
Yay.
Vivia, so the one thing that I wanted to say is I acted as if I was a blind person and all I had was my ears. I appreciate the pace of how you spoke because I had a movie playing in my head the entire time while I was listening and following along. So I look forward to seeing what comes after that. But I appreciate how I could follow along. I didn't have to worry about who's speaking, who's that person. So it was enough pacing into it. So I wanted to share that.
Beautiful.
Love you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay. And then we have Cheyenne.
Yay.
Hello, greetings, my beautiful sister. So good to see you.
Good to
Oh
see
my
you
goodness.
too.
I know I would literally show my camera, but no, not in front of all the strangers.
No, it's
Okay,
okay.
I'm
It's
home.
okay.
No, just kidding. But I wanted to say you are absolutely captivating. I was riding with my mom, and I was just like, "Oh, just listen in. It's one of my good friends. I got this invite," but I just kept having to look at you. I could not stop looking at you doing this story, and it was just filling me literally while I was watching. So thank you so much for this beautiful gift of your story. Again, I do want to leave more for others to share, but oh, this is just an absolute treat. Thank you so much for sharing with us. Love
Thank
you.
you. Thank you, Cheyenne. Y'all just cried tears of joy, but go
I'm
ahead.
glad you got your tissues. We love those tears of
Yes.
joy.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
is it Shauna? Is that right?
Oh, that's Shanera.
Shanera.
Yes.
Hey, Vivia.
Hey.
Girl, listen, I'm overwhelmed over here. I'm gonna try to keep it to one. I like it was steady moving. It was girl, this is just you. You tell stories, and I learned a lot about you in this show, and the voices and the characters, and I like the flow of it, the pacing, and girl, I don't know what to say. It's everything. I was blowing you up in the chat. It was like as the story was going along. Um, yeah. Girl, bless you. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. And your show was another inspiration for me. So thank you, Shanera.
You are so welcome.
Shanera. There's so much good stuff in the chat. You're gonna love the notes that you get, my
Okay.
dear.
I'm
And now
ready.
we've got David.
Hey, David.
Hey, Vivia, that was fantastic. What everybody else said about the characters and the voices, just truly amazing. And you kept it at a great pace where you didn't speed up. It was just perfect so that we could digest all of them. Digest all of them. It was just the perfect speed. But the
Mm,
one thing I want to say is that I'm so glad that you didn't shy away from all of the medical explanations and the medical jargon, which is so helpful to an audience member to understand how serious some of these issues were. And it really brought it to the next level. So very, and it wasn't to the point where we couldn't understand it. It was just a perfect mixture. So
thank you.
very good.
Thank you so much.
Solid edutainment. That's what we're always going for.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good work. Thank you, David. Okay, and then Jasmine.
Jasmine. Yeah.
Awesome. Divya! Oh my God. This is everything. So, just my one comment is going to be that it just like reverberates in my mind, body, and soul. Like I saw so much of my reflection in you and the way that you spoke and what you said. I could feel your truth with the capital T. You know, you didn't hold back. You were just authentically, genuinely you. And it's like I could feel that within my whole body. So, and that's just super, super powerful. So congratulations. Love you.
Thank you. Love you. Jasmine has been my body safety coach over the last 6, 7 months or so. So thank you.
Oh, Jasmine, thank you for taking care of someone we love so much. Awesome. Okay, good. And then we've got Inga.
Hi, Vivia. Oh my gosh. I feel so tremendously, oh my God, I'm gonna cry. And wonderfully blessed to be able to experience you doing this. Um, you're such a wonderful writer. And I know that, but just to actually see it be present for me right now and to be present with like everything that you've been through and to write it in such a beautiful way. And I'm definitely agreeing with the gentleman who mentioned the medical information because I had no idea about that. But I just want to say that I just love your work. I see this going so far. And if it was this great, I can't wait to see it in person. So kudos to you. Congratulations. And thank you for blessing us with this work. Thank you.
Thank you, Inga. Thank you for with your work. And I wrote so much. So shout out to Heather and Jessica for helping me bring it in because it was so much more.
It's a great story. It was worth it. It was worth it. All right, Sheila.
Oh my gosh, sis. I love you. First of all, I mean, I've known you for so long now. I didn't know the detail and the depth to your story, but I always knew you had depth, girl. I always knew you had that. What I really loved and what spoke to me and my child was that conversation you had with your child and trying to rationalize the things that happened to you and that abuse and that trauma and your older self talking to that child. That was so healing for me too. Because, girl, we have a lot in common. No wonder we're friends. And so that I need to watch the show like multiple times because there was just so many layers and so many ways that I connected. And I just love you. You're just so amazing. And you're inspiring me to do this. And yeah, I support you all the way. Everybody needs to see this.
Yes, thank you, Sheila. You have been
Sheila,
with me a long time.
Sheila, when you figure out what date you're going, you can become the cheerleader for that performance and rally friends, like be the captain to fill that one up. Yeah.
Yes, I need to. I'm so emotional. I'm gonna just like be jumping in the air and doing splits for you, girl.
Awesome.
Thank you. Thank you.
We got another show going. Okay,
Woo.
great. All right, Donna.
Donna.
Hi, how are you? Congratulations again. I already knew when I met you, what, it's been about 5 years ago
Yeah.
in our momentum that you were special. And then they made us the two leaders, right?
Yeah.
You are phenomenal. What did they say? Phenomenal woman.
Thank you.
You're awesome. And you know the part that I really liked? Thank you for sharing those videos, especially the one with your grandmother. Oh my gosh, what a treasure to have that. And thank you for sharing it with us.
Thank you.
Love you, girl.
Love you too, Donna. Thank you.
Yep, could not agree with that one more. Okay, Brittany.
Brittany.
Girl, girl. Vivian, first of all, I want to say, and I'm only supposed to say one thing, but you know me, you know your sister. I want to first of all start with saying I know how incredibly brave you're being because we have personally talked about how your experience with your health journey. We've also personally talked about your best friend's transition and most recently your aunt's transition. And some of the things that you spoke about are fresh. And so I first want to honor your bravery because you are opening wounds and sitting in wounds that will heal people and did heal people tonight. And so I hope that you are really being present with that truth because it is the truth.
Mhm.
The other thing is, as another curvy woman, I want to say thank you because you've really inspired me to look at my belly full and see what is actually in there. What is in there that does need to come out. And so I'm sitting here very inspired. I want to echo, I think his name was David, forgive me if I'm missing it, but having the medical language was so refreshing. It was helpful to follow the story, but it was also, as a bigger person in a bigger body, very refreshing because, you know, in a bigger body, people look at you and be like, oh, she just made that choice. When, how do you know that? Right? Like, so it was really refreshing to kind of have that experience. There was also a choice that you made. I don't know if it was intentional, but you know I love the generational through line. But one thing that really stuck out to me is that the voice for Aunt Doris and the voice of God, they had a very similar cadence to them. They sounded very similar. And when that happened, I said, oh my God. And it really just kind of broke open my heart, right? Because how often are our matriarchs, right? Our matriarchs do lead us to the Father quite often. And so I really loved that choice. Not sure if it was intentional, but it stuck out to me, especially when you talk about the generational through line of it all. So great work. And I'm really, really, I got to get to LA. I'm gonna have to figure it out because you are incredible and congratulations. I'm very proud of you.
Thank you. That was the goal. Thank you so much. You said, thank you.
All right. Good stuff, guys. Shake it off, girl. Shake it off. Let this
Yeah,
love
I'm
come.
shaking,
Let
I'm
it
shaking.
come. There
Okay.
you go. Don't fight it. Don't fight it. Okay.
Okay.
Nicole.
It's so stupid.
Hey Viv, I was gonna put Nunu, but I was like, they don't know me like that.
Yeah.
But I am so proud of you. I think I'm not gonna try to repeat as much, but the voices, it was incredible. Um, what I felt was your vulnerability. I've known you for a long time, over 20, probably 25 years at this point, and I
Mhm.
felt like now I saw you, the woman, shine through when I met you when we were kids, and I learned so much. You know, I haven't known it all, but I said in the chat, you'll see, like, I can see this. And I mean, I can see, I heard the voices, I can see them. And so it just shows your talent. And I'm glad you followed your heart. You never gave up. You've always been a star. You've always shined the light. And I'm just glad that you are allowing yourself to let it all out in its truth. I felt that, you know, sometimes when people show personal things, there's for sympathy or to make laughter. And I've seen how you use your joy and your energy to like protect you. And I felt like this was so raw. Um, and so it still had your essence in there that we all love. But I think you also showed your talent and you showed your bravery and you showed your vulnerability. And so it was just so multi-layered. And I just thought you did wonderful. And I'm glad that you shared the link and that we were able to see this. And I really hope that whatever you put out, you get it back tenfold, Viv. I love you.
I love you, Nunu. Thank you.
Amazing.
Oh,
Dominique.
yes.
Dominic, maybe.
No,
No,
it's
you said it
Dominique. You
right.
I
have it
did
right.
say it
Dominique.
right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Queen. Wow. That been a fan of your work ever since the first time we met, and you have just soared. Like I knew it was going to be great, but you have far exceeded expectations. I just want to just to echo some of the other comments about your bravery.
Mm.
I can tell that as you released one truth, you settled in a little bit more and got more comfortable, and you can just see it. So, with every deep, dark truth that you express, you could see it, the weight being lifted, and you actually settling down. So, I wanted to point that out and tell you I'm so proud of you and you expressing your feelings as you experience without any limitation,
Thank
and
you.
that came across in your dynamics as well. So kudos.
Thank you. Thank you, Dom.
All right. And then we've got Safi.
Was she there? Oh, you gotta unmute Safi.
I asked her a couple times. She might be struggling. Try one more time. There she
Okay,
is.
I'm
There he
sorry.
is.
I'm so sorry. Yes. Um, I've been struggling to fight the tears. Um, I really have. Um, I want to. I want to echo what everyone said. Because it was said so beautifully and so perfectly. But what I'm so present to, Vivia, is you can't judge a book by its cover, and we see people and they in their day to day, and we have no idea the story. We have no idea what they contend with. We have no idea the personal conversations they have with themselves. And you just broke down every wall. It's the truth that sets you free. Yeah. Vivian, you're the freest person I've ever met. I'm so blessed to know you, to know the God in you, to know the warrior in you, to know the magnificent woman in you. Phenomenal when I see you shining, and you are so alive in your body and in your skin, girl. Not everybody can walk around and be in their skin the way you are, Vivia. Mm. Only God can give a heart to you to be able to wear it so beautifully and to share this story for all of us. I am forever changed. I am forever blessed and gifted by your gift. I am moved to love myself through and through, no matter what, because I can look to you and see what real love. And I mean, like that love that even when you don't like what you see, you can still smile and laugh and share and pray and bring joy and uplift and teach and educate. And I could go on and on. I love you so much. And thank you for being beautifully, authentically. God said that we are unique and peculiar creatures set apart. There is no one like you, Vivia. And I love that you have tapped into that uniqueness and that peculiarness and that beauty that only God instilled in you. And now you have put it on display for us to bear witness. I honor you and I love you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And Safi was there for me during one of my really hard medical appointments. And I'm so grateful for you. Thank you.
That was beautiful.
You're welcome.
Why stories are so important. This level of authenticity when someone's willing to be this brave, it makes a difference that sometimes you can never even imagine. It's amazing. Is it Tiara?
It's
Tiara.
Tiara.
Woo, Lord, child. Okay, I can't even come on. I didn't cry my lashes off, friend. I didn't. I'm like, I can't even get on camera right now. I didn't ugly cry, friend. I ugly cried. I done slid down the wall. I didn't do it all. I mean, first of all, let me just say, like, our story started together at 14. That's when I met you in high school.
Yes.
So to hear about the cheerleading moment, and I was actually there because I didn't try out for cheerleading either. I was like, no, nah, I'm good. So to listen to, your what was actually going on internally, mentally, emotionally, spiritually for you in that moment. In all of the silent battles that you were sorting through, right? And to hear this love story to little you, like how beautiful is that for it to have this full circle moment where you can really come to a space of like loving you and all of your beauty and all of our imperfections. Like I think this story is so powerful because who cannot resonate with this journey of unlearning and relearning and healing and challenging things that we grew up with to look at and be like, you know what? I don't have to subscribe to that way of being. I don't have to subscribe to this mental narrative that has been placed upon me from different generations before me. And like, as millennials, older millennials, we have really been tasked with being generational curse breakers and having to rewrite new narratives. And I'm just so proud of you for standing in your truth. Like you're audacious, like the audacity of you to sit up here and to tell this story in such a beautifully poignant, funny, relatable, vulnerable way. I mean, I was crying at the top of the story, just going through the journey. I mean, it's so powerful, and just it's a whole echo chamber in here. That this is right. Like people, the characters, the voices, the narrative, everything. Like to do this, the power behind this, and the fact that you're a vessel that's also going to impact other people from hearing this story. You're in servitude right now, friend. It's not just about you. You're about to really create healing for a lot of people to get free. To get free, because we can only do this lifetime once. You know what I mean? We are spiritual beings having a human experience, and we don't always get it right. But the fact that now at this point in your life, you're like, I'm here and I'm ready to fucking live.
Yeah.
Tell my story, and I'm gonna do it with grace and dignity, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna help others heal and get free in their narratives. Like, my God, I can't wait to see you do this live. I'm there. I can't wait. I'm so proud of you. And like, girl, I mean, shit, from high school to Howard to also being in LA together, like our journeys kind of like mirrored each other, but it was just things that I had no idea about because I'm sorting through my own stuff and trying to get my own healing and my own clarity. So like I seen like a lot of me, believe it or not, in like your story in different variations. Like I know sometimes we all look like we have it together, but girl, we were all sorting through so much stuff and just trying to be the best versions even when we didn't know how to navigate it. So thank you, friend, for just being in obedience in
Yeah.
this space to not give up and to be in this moment to tell your story. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. Yes, you have been. I forgot about that. Yes, Howard and high school and LA. So
And
it will
LA.
be a long time. Yeah.
I know. So we aunties.
Sheesh.
Beautiful, amazing. All right,
Thank
and we
you.
have a doctor in the house.
My brother.
I know.
Is he there? Brother?
Yeah,
Uh-oh, we can't hear you, brother.
Sylvester.
Hey, good evening, everybody.
Oh,
God bless you. And Vivi, I'm so godly proud of you. Um, so godly proud of you.
thank you, brother.
Thank you for um, deciding to be healed
Yeah,
and allowing others to be healed as well.
thank you.
Your story is healing to other people.
Yeah.
And I love artistically how you presented it. I wish my other siblings were on here. I see mom is on here.
Yeah.
And my wife is on here. I wish my other siblings were on here to hear your truth. But I just want to encourage you to keep doing you. Um, this story was needed not just for you, but for many others.
Mm.
They, that also need to be healed. It was right on time. And I just want to congratulate you and let you know I love you.
Love you.
Um, you really put us all in every moment.
Yeah.
Artistically, that really demonstrated your craft
Yeah.
to put us in every moment artistically. I think we all was with you, the upward people, we all were with you in the classroom on the cheerleading team. You really painted the picture, as we like to say in church. And I'm so godly proud of you. And um, we thank God that I felt like, I'm gonna say this, then I'm gonna let somebody else go. But at the very end, I felt like Celia in the color. I'm still here.
Yes, I'm still here.
You went
I'm
through all
still
that,
here.
baby, but you still here
I
by
am.
the grace of God.
Yeah.
Hallelujah.
That's right. Hallelujah,
Thank you,
indeed.
brother.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Thank you.
Hallelujah.
Beautiful.
I
So
love you,
glad you were
brother.
here.
Thank you.
Mhm. So glad he made it. All right. And Roz.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? I was sitting back and not like you all others, but I'm just getting to know Viv and um amazing. I want to thank you for inviting me into your world. I really do. And not just into your world, into your substance of who you actually are as a queen who sits high on the throne.
Mhm.
Yeah, right now I am bowing at your feet,
Oh,
just thanking you for this opportunity, for this opportunity. And yes, I'm lifting you up.
thank you.
I definitely am. And I just appreciate this space right here. And just to be able to listen to the accolades, just to be able to walk down memory lane with you and give me every crescent of that lane and what that was like. And um, I know that there's a difference with us in age, but I know exactly what you were talking about, where you were. I know Auntie and them, it's like you was up the street, around the corner. I peeked through your window and I seen bits and pieces of me, like, hey, cuz, or whatever. And I just appreciated that. Your characters were so true to life to me. And I just don't think that I'm the only one. So I think I really, really pray and hope that this goes above and beyond your imagination. And that I really, truly mean that. And that the world cannot just see you, but to see themselves. And as your brother said, you're still here.
Yes.
Yeah, you're still carrying it through. You're still connected. Oh my God, girl, please. I just thank you. I
Thank
thank you for that. I thank you for thinking about me. You didn't have to. You didn't have to,
you.
but you did, and I'm so grateful that you did. So I
Thank
just wanted to say, I wanted to give the queen her crown. Yeah,
thank you.
yeah, and I just wanted to that's what you did. You gave me a place right at the throne just to sit there and watch the queen in action. Yeah, yeah, I
Right.
appreciate that. Thank you
And
so
thank
much.
you for your consistency and your meditations every Thursday. Everybody can join. It's on Zoom. 15 minutes. Yay.
Hugs and
Beautiful.
kisses, hugs and kisses.
Beautiful. Well, listen, so Vivia, I'm going to open it up for another round, but I'm going to pause just a second. Um, I want you to put a link to the tickets to the Fringe show back in the chat again, just
Yeah.
so if people want to jump on it so they don't forget. And I do encourage, if you know there's a date you're going and you guys want to coordinate and put that in the chat. I know for me, when I was doing my first show the first time, having a warm group of friends in those first couple of performances was so supportive for me to feel like I could get through it on my own. There you go. Savi's got her ticket for June 7th.
She does.
So y'all can get your tickets there. And then I'm just going to give people an opportunity. You can either put it in the chat, and we have a few more minutes. I can also call on people if you raise your hand. Is there anything about the show that you want to point out as like, there was one place where I got a little confused, or there was one thing that I felt like I kind of heard it. It was a little repetitive to me. Like I got the message, I didn't need to hear it. Or was there some place where you wished there had been more? We're trying to keep the show needs to be an hour.
Yeah.
And today, just so you know, Viv ran an hour and a minute, and it will run a
I
little
only
long.
did 1 minute over. Okay,
Yep.
I'm getting tighter though, Heather, but
Yep.
we still looking to
I
trim a little.
know. We got to trim a little because when you get it on its feet and you have to pause for laughs because you're going to get them. But if there's anything you heard that you were like, there was some place you started to get distracted or your mind wandered. If there's any feedback you have specifically for little changes you would make, we're open to it and want to hear it. If you don't have any, that's fine too. If you don't want to talk about it, you can put it in the chat and like I said, we're going to give her that. So we'll start with David, who's a pro because he's done this. He's on round
Yes,
two.
he has.
What do you got, David?
Just one quick thing, and that was the name of that hair salon you worked at. Because I thought, what was the name? Say it.
Yeah, here.
Okay. Just when you said it right now,
Here
I
now.
thought I thought you're saying your hair, but with an accent. So
Oh.
I thought that you were setting up a joke, but when it
No.
was no, seriously, I thought that you were going to make a joke of the name of the salon because it
Yeah.
sounds like your hair.
Okay. I'll make that note.
So if I mean it's an opportunity to add that as a joke, or just make sure you're saying it so that we aren't mishearing it.
I kind of like the joke suggestion. I'm gonna consider
Yeah,
that.
It
I
could be
say
funny
go.
is that you say it and you go, "Oh, you thought I said your hair. That's not what I said. What I said
Yeah,
is,
Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, there
yeah."
we go.
exactly. I mean, that's the joke right there. Is that the fact that it sounds like your hair?
All
I
right,
like
David, now you have to help us find a way to cut another 30 seconds because you just gave us another joke.
yeah.
Okay, I will.
We can't add stuff, David. No, I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
yeah. That's
Thank
awesome.
you,
Good note,
David.
David. Hey, anybody else with any constructive feedback or anything you want to add? And it's okay if not.
Yes, and you can also send it to me privately if you don't have anything. Okay.
That's true too. Nicole.
Oh, it's not. It's muted. There you go.
There it is. Okay. I was just going to say it's not real. I don't know if it's criticism or, but I thought those personal touches when you showed the video of your, you being on the show and then of your Aunt Doris, it just kind of like took my breath away. And so I think the moments of, I think my favorite part, and it's not because it's a celebratory, but I felt the depth of like the Lauren story. So I would love to have seen a young Lauren, young Vivia, just so that, to revere her and, you're
Yeah.
saying her name. And I think that that's, veneration. And I think that's beautiful. But I would have loved to have seen, her somewhere with you just to leave on a note of joy of seeing and you maybe you don't say anything or you show it but you continue to talk. And I think at the end when you were talking to little Vivia or when little Vivia came back, it would have been good to see you and all your spunk at little Vivia. And so I think the visuals, and I'm not sure how you'll do it live, but maybe if
Well, we
you
are.
have
So, Nicole, it's a great note because we are going to have visuals throughout the show that
Yeah.
come
okay.
up that are pictures. And one of them is we're trying to find her favorite picture of her and Lauren together. And
Okay.
Yeah.
and we might add a little Vivia at the
I
end
like
just so we
that
can see
idea.
her. I do
Yeah, I think
too.
because like that's who we're all hugging and like that's who we all want to hear from and we all want to her hearing that she made it and how you're loving on her, even if you do AI and pull you all to like pull a big Vivia hugging a little Vivia or something. I just thought like saying little Vivia again because we saw it, but
Yeah.
we just
Mhm.
didn't see it, I think
Yeah,
would be
Oh gosh, I
it's a
love
good
that.
idea, Nicole.
Thank you. I love
Thank
that.
you, Nicole. Beautiful. Okay, anybody else? All right, y'all. Well, then we'll go ahead and wrap it up. Again, we put the link to the tickets in the chat. Our other Soaring Solo community member put our super secret Soaring Solo code in the thing for get a little discount on that thing. And of course, you can always reach out to Vivia after the fact to get more information. So, Vivia, before we wrap up, is there anything that you wanna share?
Um, I think I am just so grateful to you all. I really this has been outstanding. This has been outstanding just to do it.
Yeah,
I've been wanting to do this for 8 years. Um, and to finally get it done. And I did it in kind of like a pressure cooker type of way. I'm just gonna keep it
you
straight.
you did.
And that's why I thank Heather
She
so
made a
much.
decision when we weren't even. I mean, there were a lot of pieces, but they had not been strung together. And she said she was going to put a stake in the ground. And sometimes that's what it takes. Those of you that there's something you want to accomplish at some point, you got to bet on you. And
Mhm.
that's what she did. She put a stake in the ground and said, "I'm doing it. I'm gonna have this ready for Fringe." And I told her, I was like, "But you're biting off a big bite because we're
Yeah,
getting close." But she did it, and you see the result. So very
yeah.
excited about that. Looks like we have one more, and then we'll
Yes.
wrap it up. Yes, Stephanie.
I just wanted to jump in really quick before you log off
Yeah.
and
Oh,
tell you,
Stephanie.
Vivian, yes, I said I was going to sit back. I'm just watching and listening and watching, just listening to everybody admire you. And you already know I'm a big fan of yours since 2018. When I resided in LA, you came on, you took a piece of mine and brought it to life. And
Yes.
so this is no surprise to me, but it's a surprise, like just to see you take it to a whole other level and to follow everything that you've done. I'm just smiling. I'm just smiling at the growth, but again, it's you. I knew it was you, and I just want to applaud you. Just like everyone else said, I don't want to repeat anything, but I want you to know I was here from Akron, Ohio,
Mm.
and thank you for reaching back into your call log And when I saw your name come across my phone, I knew it was something. It was something great. And I'm so proud of you again. Like I said, continue to soar.
Yes. Thank you so
I
much.
love
That
you.
took a
Yeah,
thing from me too. And
absolutely.
you're one with
Absolutely.
Michelle. Thank you
Love
so
this.
much.
Yeah, you did that.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh.
I'll talk to you
Heather,
soon.
Yes.
can I check with my mom to see if she wanted to say something? I don't know if you can unmute her and I can
Sure.
ask.
Where she's
She has to
Priscilla,
know how
right?
to. Yeah, she
Okay, I
might
gotta
not
say
know how to do
ask to
that.
unmute.
Yay!
Okay.
I clicked ask to
Mom, can
unmute.
you hit unmute? Do you see that button, mommy? There you
Oh
go.
no. Oh no.
It's okay. Do
Try
it
one more
again.
time.
There you go, mommy. What did you have anything you wanted to say?
I just want to say congratulations. You're so amazing, Vivia.
Thank you, mommy.
This has been very informative, very interesting, and such a blessing. Thank you for being there for all of us. It's just marvelous. It's a blessing just to know you.
Oh, mommy.
And to be your mom. You spread sunshine wherever you go. Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much. Be blessed. I love you.
I love you, mommy. Thank you for having me. Okay.
Thank you for
Okay,
being born.
Thank you, guys.
we're gonna wrap it up right there because I don't think it gets any more beautiful than that. So love to all of you. Thank you for supporting Vivia. I'm so proud of you. Thank you for choosing me to be the one to go with you on this journey. I'm so proud of what you did. And I know we got work to do, but I'm so proud. Y'all get your tickets. You know where if you want to create a story of your own, soaringSoloStudios.com, and we will get you started on your journey. I promise it's worth it, right, Vivia?
Yes, it is. It
It
is
is worth
absolutely
it.
right. Yeah.
Okay, y'all. Have a beautiful, beautiful weekend. Take care, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Welcome to unmute and say
Bye.
good
Love
night.
you, Vivia.
Love you
Your
guys.
mom's
Good
the
night. Love you,
beauty.
Vivian.
Love
Night.
Good
you.
night.
Congratulations.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Well
Congrats.
done.
Bye. Thank you.
Yay. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, darling. So
Yes.
we'll get the file sent to you. You know, Jess will get
I
it
didn't
uploaded.
get to look at the
Can watch
chat,
it.
but you'll
There's
send it to me.
Ganesha.
So,
Where she's gonna send you the video link. She's gonna send you
okay.
all of the chat comments. So Kamisha, hi.
Thank you, Keisha.
So you'll get all of the every need so that you have the feedback. But I made notes in your document as we went along.
Okay.
And I think that you will get